Yes.
I think it's the mute.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to Team Sweat Your Heart Out's team call. I'm super excited to see so many new faces on the call today. What I wanted to do first is go over some announcements, and then we'll dive right into our topic. So first thing, it's a new month. It's March 1st. It's a new chance to hit Success Club if you haven't hit it last month. If you did hit last month, it's a new chance to continue your Success Club streak. If you have no idea what I'm talking about by Success Club because you're brand new, don't worry, you will find out very soon. Also, I have updated the team page, so you'll see a new calendar in there. It's the March calendar. It has all of our events on it. And this is going to be where you're going to tag your new coaches when you sign them up. So as you sign up new coaches, you add them to the team page. You want to tag them on that calendar so they can see what's going on. And also, there's a couple different steps that they can do to get started right in that description. The second thing, if you haven't already, go ahead and update your Success Club Mall points from the month before, so from February. Make sure you read the rules and check out the rules for some bonus points that you can earn. Those of you who hit Emerald, I'm pretty sure there's some bonus points for you. And anyone who hit by the 15th, I think it was Alex and Chelsea, you guys get bonus points for that too. So make sure you go ahead and update those. If you're brand new and you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. I will explain it to you on your call. Also, those of you who were scrambling last month to hit Success Club by the end of the month, I challenge you all to hit Success Club by the 15th. I know a couple of you were on a call with me last night, and we were up until the butt crack of dawn trying to hit Success Club. And that, although it was fun hanging out with you guys, I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that every single month. So make sure that you're pushing for Success Club early, and I'm going to talk about that today on the call a little more so that you're not stressed out. And then also I updated the bell. So we have a new bell for the month of March. So every time that you sell a challenge pack, you're going to go ring the bell. You're going to comment with ding, the person's name, what challenge pack you sold, and then also your updated Success Club tally. So that's all for announcements. Just wanted to get all that out there and make sure you guys knew what was going on as we go into our next month. So now I'm going to be talking today about planning your month, and I found it very appropriate to do it in the very beginning of the month because we have a whole month ahead of us that we can tackle, and if we're planning ahead and we're prepared for the new month, we're going to be much more successful than if we just kind of take it day by day. So I'm going to go shut the blinds really quick because he's barking at people. Hold on. Albert, no, don't bark at people. Now you can't see them. Ooh. Okay, sorry guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm just going to first talk about why it's important to plan your month and share some tips with you. And then, oh my God. And then I'm going to actually plan my month and show you guys how I do that right in front of you. So why do we want to plan our month? You guys can see this, right? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. All right, cool. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I'm sure you've heard that before, but it is the God honest truth. If you go into this month without a plan, you're just going to be scrambling every single day trying to figure out what the heck you should be doing, what you should be posting about, who you should be talking to, where you should be focusing your energy. So if you go in with a plan and you know all these things ahead of time, it's going to be a lot less stressful for you. We don't want you to be stressed. We want you to have fun doing this because it's supposed to be fun. So some things that you can plan are your goals. You want to take the first day of the month to plan your monthly goals. How many Success Club points do you want to achieve? How many coaches do you want to sign up? Do you want to rank advance? All things like that. You want to plan your challenge groups. You want to plan your free groups, your events, your posts. You want to have a strategy for your month. You just get down. You want to know what you're going to do, who you're going to invite, where you will focus your energy and time. So these are just things that you want to think about before you start working in the new month. So some tips for planning your month. Like I said, you want to have a game plan going into the month so you're not pushing for Success Club in the wee hours of the month. You want to write everything down. I personally have a planner, and then I also have a desk calendar that sits on my desk so I can see it every day. It's like kind of like a, I don't know, like a big tablet type of thing. And I fill that out every month, and I also fill out my my planner calendar every month. Maybe you want to fill out a Google Calendar because it sends you reminders. Whatever works best for you, that's what you're going to want to do. You also want to look 1 week ahead. So on Sunday nights, you want to look a week ahead into your plan, into your monthly marketing plan, I guess you want to call it, and see what's coming up next so that you know, okay, I have a free group coming up, or okay, my free group's in 2 weeks. Maybe I should start posting about it, things like that. And then you want to keep it somewhere where you'll see it. So you can keep it on your phone, you can keep it on your desk like I do. And then you want to set deadlines for yourself. So for all of your goals that you're going to be setting, you want to have a deadline, because having a deadline makes it real and makes it more concrete and achievable. And that makes it a SMART goal too. Okay. So some things that you want to set goals for each month is how many Success Club points you would like to achieve. Maybe you are pushing for Success Club 5. Maybe you're pushing for Success Club 10 and you want to be a Success Club 10 All-Star. So that's something you want to do every single month. You want to set a goal for the number of new coaches you want to bring onto your team. Maybe Diamond is a goal of yours, so that's an important goal to set, how many new coaches you want to bring on each month. The number of new challengers you want to bring on. Maybe you want to set goals on how much you want your weekly volume to be if you have an income goal. Maybe you want to set weekly and monthly income goals. Just based on what your overall goals are for this business will determine what you're setting your goals on for each month. Okay, so I didn't want to spend too much time doing that because I wanted to actually plan your month right now. So if you had printed out, like I had asked to do, this looks like this, but yours is blank. It's like a planning, post-planning sheet. And what you can do as we go along, you can fill it out. You can fill it out for like when your groups are going to be. You can use it for your posts. But first, I wanted to show you challenge group event strategy. So, oh, sweet, it worked. Okay, so this is our calendar. You've probably seen this if you've been in the team page at any point today. And this shows you every single thing that's happening in the month of March. So the first thing you probably notice is every Wednesday we have a team call. So if you don't remember those things, you might want to write those down on your calendar. It shows you when, who is speaking on that team call, or what the topic's going to be about. You can also see accountability check-ins are on every Thursday. Then you will see in blue some important events that you're going to want to help out with. So we have our live Lunch and Learn Coach Blitz on the 18th. We have a Coach Blitz on the 27th. And then there's little reminders, sign up by tonight, sign up to help out by tonight. So these are just things I'm pointing out so that you notice them. We also have our coffee chat on the 25th. And then I have my challenge group scheduled for the 20th. So what are some things that you want to do when you're planning out your month? First of all, you want to think, when am I going to have my challenge group? So I typically schedule mine to start the third Monday of every month. And then the week before that, so that Monday before that third Monday, I do my prep week. So that's the week where I'm setting people up with their meal plans, talking about when to schedule your workouts, how to stick to the meal plan. Here's some recipe ideas. Here's the containers. I'm adding things to the file section. That gives me time to make sure, number one, everybody is in the group, because you send the invitation and then sometimes people don't accept it right away. It gives me time to get to know these people a little bit more. It gives me time to make sure that they are set up and they're planning ahead so that they can succeed. And it also gives me time to myself get more people involved in the group, because I can still add people to the group during prep week because we don't officially start till the 20th. So that gives me a little bit more time to hit Success Club and get people into my group. Now, since it's the third Monday of every month, I don't stop inviting after that group starts. I continue to invite for the next month, because we all know people don't sign up immediately right when you invite them. Some of them do, and we really love those people, but not everyone does. So what you want to do is, number one, when you hit Success Club or when your group starts, don't stop inviting. You want to continue to invite. So what I do, once the challenge group begins, I start talking about my next challenge group. I start posting about a little bit about what's going on in the group that I have now, but I talk about it in a way that's kind of promoting my next group for the following month, so people know there's another group coming up that they can be a part of if they missed out on this one. Looking at this here too, I'll know, okay, the Lunch and Learn is on the 18th. I should probably make a post about that the day before. If I have the Coach Blitz on the 27th, I'm going to be posting about that on the 26th. So when you know when everything is, you know what you should be posting about. It makes it so much easier. And this is always in the team page for you to see, so that you know what are some things that are coming up that you can talk about. Now, something you don't see on here is a free group, but if I were to be running a free group, it would probably be the first full week of March, because I'm not, because I'm going to be traveling. Otherwise, I would. So the first free group, I would probably run the first full week, so the 6th to the 10th. Having a free group will allow me to build relationships with people, form people, provide value for people, and then eventually invite them to my challenge group, because that gives me 2 weeks, or about a full week and a half, to get them into my challenge group. So I like to do free groups when I do them in the very beginning of the month. It also gives you an opportunity to invite those people who told you no the month before, invite them to your free group for the next month, and then you can ask them if maybe it's a better time to do the challenge group after they've been in that free group. Because a lot of times people want to just see what you're going to be providing them with. So doing it that way and planning out your month and being very strategic about the things that you're posting about and about when you're talking about different things is going to be so, so important for you when you're building your business. Another thing too, you see my challenge group starts on the 3rd Monday. So I know that week before, I'm really going to be promoting it a lot more than maybe 2 weeks before, because it's getting close and I'm going to want to be filling it up. If it's, let's say, 3 weeks away, I'm not going to be posting about it as frequently. I'm still going to be posting about it maybe once a week, but I'm not going to be like posting about it as often as I would if the deadline is coming up. I always do a last call post 3 days before the group starts. So on the 17th, I'm going to be doing a last call post, because my group starts on the 20th. And that gets people in who are maybe like waiting till the very last second, procrastination nation. They're still able to get in because they saw the last call post. And then I'm trying to think what other things. On the 15th, I'm going to talk about this when I show you my posting schedule. On the 15th, I always do one of those, if I were to blah, 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 would you be interested kind of posts, where I just make a sentence like, if I were to provide you with a bunch of awesome programs on Netflix type of format for the whole year and coaching along with that, would you be interested? Like something like that. I'm sure you've seen me post those kind of things, because I've seen a few of you see them and copy and paste them, which is fine. But I always post those in the middle of the month, because I've either hit Success Club or maybe I haven't and I need to. So I like to do those in the middle of the month, because that gives me that extra like push for the rest of the month. It gives me an extra group of people that I can be talking to the second half of the month. And I think that's all. The main points that I really want you guys to remember here are, know when your challenge group is, like for before March ends, know when your April challenge group is going to be. Before April ends, know when your May challenge group is going to be. If you do it the same every month, if it's always the 3rd Monday of the month, it's easy to remember and you're going to know. And then the reason why it's important to know is because if you're talking to someone, and let's say you're talking to somebody in March and they're like, well, it's not really a good time for me, you can let them know, okay, well, my next group is starting April 18th. I don't know exactly when the third Monday is, so I'm just guessing. So you'll be able to tell them ahead of time and give them time to prepare and save money or whatever their objection was, because they know when the next one's going to be. And then you can tell them, I'll follow up with you closer to the date of my next one, which is April 18th. So when you follow up with them, they're not like, okay, I already told you no. They're going to know that you're following up because you had told them when the next one's going to be. And then the other thing, if you do a free group, like I said, I like them in the beginning of the month. Some people like to do them at the very end of the month to get all those people that said no in that month and get them into something so that maybe they'll say yes the following month. That's just another idea that you could possibly try. I know we don't do sneak peeks anymore, like 3-day sneak peeks. You could totally run one of those if you wanted to. I just personally do not, because I think the live blitzes work much better. And just because we have 2 team live blitzes doesn't mean you can't have one of your own with like 2 or 3 of your own coaches if you wanted to. These are just the ones that I am planning for the team. So anything that's on here, you like should participate in. But if there's something else that you want to do that you don't see on here, you can always do it. You don't have to like ask me, oh, can I do this? No, you don't have to. So this is something that you want to make sure you have at all times so that you know what's going on. Like I said, look ahead a couple of weeks and see what's coming up. Set up reminders if you have to set reminders and things like that. But really, really planning your month ahead, like I said, allows you to strategically tackle your posts. And that's what I'm going to show you now, what I'm going to post. So I hope you printed out your paper. Hope this works. Hopefully this is a blank one for me. Okay, sweet. I'm going to make a copy of this because I don't want to type on our blank one that's in our folder. Okay, just give me 1 second for that. All right, sweet. So this is we'll say March, because I haven't done mine yet, so I have to do it anyway. March posting calendar. Okay, and the numbers are not in here, but I know the first is here. So for right now, that's all I really need. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, 11. When's the 30th? 28 to 9. The 30th is here.
It's a Thursday. The 31st is a Friday.
31st. I forgot there's 30 days. Has September, April, June, and November. I still have to do that. Okay, so this isn't fully colored in, which is kind of bugging me, but we're just going to go with it. So the first thing that I always schedule on my posting schedule, now this is just what I do. You don't have to do the exact same thing, but this is just strategy that really works pretty well, is I go through and I say, okay, I want to talk about my story at least one time per week. So what days am I going to talk about that? Now, I just talked about it today. I just posted. That was Tuesday. So I'm probably not going to post about it the rest of this week because it's still, even though it's a new month, it's still the same week. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to look and say, okay, I'll share my story on Tuesday. I don't know why it's yellow, but we'll go with that. And then the following week, maybe I'll share it on a Wednesday. And then this week, maybe I'll do it on a Monday. All right, now that one's red. Copper, stop. I don't know what he's barking at. My window is probably open in my bedroom. I'll highlight it because all the rest are. And then maybe I'll share my story on a Sunday. Or a Monday. No. What did I do? Sorry, what happened? Okay, on a Sunday. Now, the reason why I didn't share them all on the same day is because I want to vary it up. I want to get different audiences. I want to get different people seeing them. So if I were to only share my story on Transformation Tuesday or Throwback Thursday, I may not get the same type of audience, I guess. I may get the same people. I may get only the same people that are regularly on Facebook that day at that time. And I know there's like no science to this or anything, but I just have found that when I kind of vary it up, it also helps you find the times that work really well. So doing that is a good way to kind of test your audience and see what works. So that's the first thing I schedule, my story. The second thing that I schedule is every Thursday I do a Challenger shout out. So I'm going to put those in. Challenger shout out. Oh my goodness, no. So I'm going to do those every Thursday, and I'm just going to paste those because that's easy to do. Okay, and then this one. Now, the other thing that I do every week as well, on Saturdays I do a coach spotlight. So I'm gonna, nope, I don't want it highlighted. I'm gonna put all of those in. And if you have the Google Drive, it's easier to just type it, but if you have your paper and you're writing it in, that's totally fine. Some other things that I do every day are workout videos. So every single day I do a workout video. So I'm gonna add this, I gotta add this to every single one. I'm not gonna do it now because it's gonna, I wish there was a way to like paste to all. I mean, there might be, I just don't know how to do it, so. No, I don't want to highlight in black. Text, black. Okay. So, but what I would do, I would go here and I would paste it in every single one because I do a workout video every day. But just for now, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna, you guys get it, right? Then what I do, I go through and I do live videos, or I try to do live videos. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I would go in here on a Monday, and I would go live video. What did I do? And I do those in red so they stand out. And I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I would just go through. Oh, whoa, oh. Oh, no, 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 no. We don't want to print. Sorry, guys. Just trying to go fast and I'm making mistakes. Undo. Okay. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. Then the next thing that I do is I want to post about Shakeology at least once a week. Not every day because we don't want to get too repetitive with it, but we do want to post about Shakeology once a week. So I'm definitely going to post about it tomorrow as I love posting about Shakeology when I'm traveling. Just a little tip there to show people that it's a great way to get your superfoods in on the go. So I'm going to put that there. Shako post on a Thursday. I'm coming home on a Wednesday, but I'll do it on a Friday. Or probably, yeah, Friday, because I'm going to need to, I can talk about how, because I'm probably going to be very tired from vacation and probably not eating the best on vacation. So that'll be my post about how I'm, I don't know, getting back on track and drinking my superfoods. Then maybe the following week I'll post about it on a Tuesday. What day haven't I done yet? I'll do it on a Wednesday. And then I'll do it on a Monday here. Yeah. Okay. So that's Shakeology posts are scheduled. My Challenger shoutouts, coach spotlights are all scheduled because those are weekly. My live videos are scheduled, and all of our story shares are scheduled. So those are like the main, kind of the main things. Now, the other thing you want to make sure that you're scheduling are posting about challenge groups, because this is something that could totally become back burner and you forget to post about them, and all you do is like talk to people about them, but they don't know what you're talking about because they haven't seen you post about them. So if we remember, my challenge group starts on the third Monday, which is the 20th. So I'm looking at my calendar. I'm going to go back to my posting schedule, and I'm going to say, okay, well, let me see. 1, 2, 3. So this is when my challenge group is going to start. And I can even like put that here. Or I'll just put start so I know it. No, not the whole thing. Challenge group starts today. I don't know why that underlined that. That's definitely how you spell start. Okay, so this is when it starts. So what I'm going to do is look back the 2.5 weeks ahead and say, okay, well, if it starts here, this is going to be my last call post. Last call. We'll do black. And then I'm probably going to post about it on Tuesday. Or actually, I kind of don't want to post about Shakeology and a challenge group in one. So we'll do it on Monday. So I'm posting on Monday and Friday. Now the thing here, sometimes if I have a live video scheduled, I can use that live video slot to talk about a challenge group. Or if I have a challenger shout out, I can kind of throw in there like my next group starting in a couple days if you want to get involved and have awesome results like so-and-so. So just because it doesn't say challenge group doesn't mean I can't kind of slide it in. But here, that sounded gross. Sorry, we've got 2 here. So last call and on Monday. So then this week, I'm probably going to talk about it on Thursday. I can kind of combine that with the shout out. And then let's see, maybe on a Tuesday we'll do. That's twice. So I'm doing twice a week, but this is the last call. I could probably post about it this day too if I need to, like upon necessity, if it has like no people in it or something. And then this week, I'm probably just going to post one time because I'm like 2.5 weeks out. So I'll probably make one post about it, and I'll do that on, let's see, I should have did it today, but I didn't. So, well, I still have time today, so maybe I'll do it later. So we'll say Wednesday. So the challenge group posts are scheduled. We know when it's starting. We know when prep week is. Something that you can also do too, the ones in here where you're talking about your challenge group during prep week, you can use that. Like say we're prepping for the challenge group, we're preparing our meals, or like take a picture of you on your computer and say, oh, I'm so excited. I really love helping my challengers find healthy recipes that they can eat so they're not saying no to their favorite foods, things like that. So you're showing what you're doing as a coach in the challenge group, but you're also talking about it like, oh, my next one, it's coming up soon. If you want to get started, you don't want to miss out on this prep week. It's awesome. You're going to get set up great. You're going to make sure you have everything you need to get started. So those are some things you can talk about during that. Like I said, I do what is this? This is the 20th. So 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. All right. This is the if I would you kind of post. So that's like one of those, if I were to provide you with blah, 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 would you blah, blah, blah. So since this is the 15th, I may move this challenge group post to a different day, or this could be like kind of combined with that. It could be about a challenge group. It could be about maybe my next month's free group. If I were to create a group about crock pot recipes, I know Nora's doing that now. Would anyone be interested in that or something like, if I were to create a free group, what kind of things would you like to see? Think like just some type of question. So that's what that is. The other thing that I like to do at least once a week is a poll kind of responsive post just to get people to engage on my Facebook. So an example of that would be, I think last month or 2 months ago I did comment below with a Disney movie and emojis. And everyone was commenting below, and I was trying to guess what the movies were. And all that does is build your Facebook affinity, because people are commenting and liking, and you're going and commenting and liking, and it just makes your post that you're posting later on that day show up and pop up in more people's news feeds. So it's good to do those like once a week. You can literally do anything. You could say, what's your favorite cheat meal? Pizza, tacos, or spaghetti, or whatever, and use emojis and make them fun. So you want to do those maybe once a week. Maybe we'll do one Friday, so like a poll response post, and we'll do one. They're fun on like Fridays too. So maybe I'll do another one that's kind of close. We'll do one on Thursday. We'll do one on Tuesday. And these are just like to get engagement, like I said. So it's really not important if you do them on the same day. Maybe I'll do one on a Sunday, and then I don't know, another Tuesday here because there's nothing there yet. So yeah, that is another post that you can schedule too. Now, the other thing that I do every, like kind of once a week, or maybe like more so twice a month, is a coach hook. So that's one of those, I'm looking for 5 women who want to, I don't know, I hate those posts, but I do them like twice a month at least, just because you want people to see that you have a team. You're looking for people to be a part of your team. A lot of times people don't know that they can. So I'll probably do one. I have to be kind of strategic about this. I'm going to be away in California, so I can maybe use that. I could do it here when I'm hanging out with Lauren and Emmy. So we'll do like a coach hook. I'll do those in black. And then they're really great to do on Sundays, but I'm not going to do one this week because I just did one the week before. So maybe I'll do one here. So that's my 2 for the month. You can do more. I just think it's not necessary to do more than 2 of those kind of posts a month, because the next thing I'm going to show you is when you want to do your coaching jabs. And you want to kind of talk about coaching every single day without inviting people to coaching, like without saying I'm looking for 5 people. But you want to post something every day that shows like coaching and how coaching's impact your life and what it's doing for you. And it could be like even as small as, let's say, trying to think. Like I remember when I was living back in New Jersey, this was like one of my most popular posts, and I don't know why, but I literally had the waiter take a picture of me and James eating pizza at a restaurant during the afternoon. And I made a post about how I'm so grateful that I'm able to just go eat pizza in the afternoon when my fiance is off for work, because I work from home and that's something I'm able to do. But those of you who maybe aren't full-time, it's not something that you have to be like #coach life kind of things, but there's so many other things that you can kind of integrate coaching into. It's just a matter of being creative about it. So it's not something that you really have to overthink. Like anything that you post could be kind of related to coaching. Anything that is related to health and fitness is kind of related to coaching. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any examples right now, of course. But like some, for example, when my dog had a cone, I'm sure you've seen lots of pictures of me posting photos of my dog in a cone, but he was sitting on my lap, and all I posted was, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. So that's kind of coaching, because I'm home on the couch in my leggings with my dog, but I said nothing about coaching, but I don't really have to. Things like that. Little simple things that you can post. You also want to make posts like that kind of that your target market would enjoy. So I know like my target market loves dogs. I know my target market loves movies like Mean Girls and movie quotes. I use movie quotes like all the time, kind of integrated into my posts, that some people notice them, some people don't. Even with your hashtags, you can hashtag funny things, and that could kind of be a coaching jab. So those are really my favorite kind of posts, when you're being creative and not actually like specifically saying you're looking for people to join your team, but you're showing people your lifestyle. You're giving them a sneak peek into what it is that you're doing, and it doesn't have to be as obvious as you think. I guess that was probably the best example I could think of right now. But I do coaching jabs all week. So let's say I have a hook here, so I'll do a jab here, coach jab, and then we'll do one probably here. I mean, you should do them kind of every day, but I'm just gonna you wanna do like a jab, and then you can do another one here. And then we'll have a hook, and then we'll do a jab. It's just something that you should be talking about and you should be doing daily. But like I said, it's one of those things that's kind of not the most obvious thing. So jab, hook, jab, hook. Those are just things you can kind of sporadically put in. But like I said, you really want to be talking about it and showing what you're doing. Just basically making your page a blog every single day. So that could be something that goes along with your target market. Like, for example, if I went paddleboarding, I might post me paddleboarding, and the fact that I'm posting it in the middle of the day is a coaching jab because people are at work. Like, that is considered, to me, that's considered a coaching jab. Maybe you are organizing, or maybe you're like getting ready to go on a call with somebody, or maybe you're organizing your month, or maybe you are a planner and you're planning things, or you're making your meal plan on a Sunday. Like, those are coach jabs that you can do as well, because you're showing the lifestyle. So you're going to want to do those throughout the entire month, because when you invite to coaching, or when you are posting like that you're looking for so many people, people are going to kind of know, because they're going to see what you've been doing every day, and they see your life and they want to live the life that you're living. Okay, what else do I have over here? If I were, would you winning post? Oh, so you also want to post about objections at least once a week as well. Twice a week at the most, I would say. You don't want to post about objections like more than twice a week. But the thing is, when you're talking to people and you're getting objections, like, I don't have time. Or Nicole had a really great one. It was yesterday, I think. She said, people said, oh, it's not the right time. Well, what the hell does that even mean? It's not the right time. You know, like, it's never going to be the perfect time. That was a great post, and I really like that a lot. That's what I want you guys to do too. I want you to take the bullshit that people tell you, let it like sit in your head for a minute. Don't let it bother you. Let it fuel your posts. Like, half the really, really good posts that I make are because people tell me stupid shit, and I'm like, wow, that'd be a great post. One of my favorite ones was a girl who told me, Beachbody's fake, it's a scam, like, it's totally not even a real thing, and all of this stuff. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I just made a post about my fake internet friends, and everybody loved that post. So just taking the things that piss you off that people tell you and using that to fuel your posts in the nicest way possible. You don't want to be like ranting like, oh, everyone's telling me they have money and they do and they're lying. Like, you don't want to be like that. But just taking it and kind of being a little sassy about it, but not too sassy. So I like to do those at least once a week. Sometimes if I have like a really crap load of objections, I'll do it more than once. But I take the most popular ones and I do them. So let's say we'll do one on a Wednesday, or maybe I'll do one, actually, this is kind of strategic. I'll be traveling, so I'll use one of like people that say, oh, I can't, because I'm going on vacation, I can't start a program. Because people have stupid excuses like that. So I'll do an objection post here. And then I'll do one maybe when I get back home about something else that people are probably going to tell me. I'll do one on a Sunday. I'll do one on a Tuesday. And then I'll do one on a Wednesday here. Also, too, Sundays are great days, Sunday nights, to post like your coach, what are they called? Coach hooks, and also like invites and things like that, because people are dreading going to work on Monday and all they're doing is scrolling on Facebook while they like pretend to watch TV. So that's a great day to post things like that. Let me see what else I have here. Okay, the other thing too, so we have other events that we do as a team, and they are the live coaching blitzes and the lunch and learns and the coffee and conversation. So the lunch and learns on the 18th, so on the day before that, so 2019, 18. So this is when the lunch and learn is. I'm gonna post the day before about it, or I can post the day of, or I can post 2 days before. But typically the day before works best, because you can post about it and then you can remind people about it early in the day of. I wouldn't post about it any more than 2 days before. Like when it's a 1 day event, to me, if I'm posting about that on a Monday, people are gonna forget about it by Saturday. So I'll put that here. Lunch and learn, which I kind of don't like that it falls on the same day as the last call post, but that's my poor scheduling for that coach spotlight, or the lunch and learn, because I'm not going to be here the first 2 weeks. And then the coach blitz is on the 27th, so that's this day, so I'm going to post about it here. And I could probably integrate that into my story share if I'm talking about like the community or something like that. So you always, if you have a lot of different things on the day, you can always combine them. They don't all have to be like separate posts. So the Coach Blitz post is going to go here. The event is going to be here, just so I know. And then the coffee and conversation is here, so you can talk about it the morning of. I think that's a great post to make when you're like, I'm just gonna hop on a call with some of my friends and drink some coffee. Coffee and combo. Oops. Okay. Did I miss anything? Well, if you were having a free group, let's say my free group started here, I would be posting about it probably in these couple of days here. So a couple days before. I don't post about free groups too far in advance. I typically do 1 to 2 posts about them, and the one that gets the most attention is if I were to host a group where you would get recipes that you can make in your crock pot for your family that are healthy and kid-friendly, would you be interested in learning and being a part of a group that I shared those things or something? Well, it would sound better than that, but I usually post something like that. Sometimes I'll have a photo, like if I have a crock pot, I'll post a picture of me with my crock pot. If not, I can just put the words and people will comment on it and like it. And anyone who comments and likes on it, I add them to the group. Because to me, that just means that they're interested. If you're not, you wouldn't like a post that says, like, if I were to have a crock pot group, because it's not like something entertaining that you thought was funny. So I always add those people to the group. And if they don't want to be in the group, they can take themselves out, just like I take myself out of like 15 legging groups a day. So same deal. But I don't post about the free group like too far in advance because I feel like I mean, you can, but to me, I already have everything created for it. If you're someone who's trying to see if you are going to gain a lot of interest and then kind of base that off of like the interest off of what you're going to include, then you can talk about it earlier. It never hurts to talk about it earlier, but that's just what works for me. What else is on here? I think that's it. Am I missing anything? Oh, I do takeaway Tuesdays on Tuesday. So if that's something you want to start doing, you can. You don't have to. I use that as a way for me to talk personal development with people. So I'll do a takeaway Tuesday. Now, as you can start to see, we have Story Share Challenge Group, Coach Jab, Takeaway Tuesday all in one. So sometimes they are combined, like I said. So challenge group, maybe a Coach Jab. And if there's a day where I really feel like I didn't do a good job with that, then I'll just take it, move it over, and do it the next day. But the ones that stay are the ones that are talking about specific events that are coming up. They need to happen on those days. But as long as you're sharing your story at least once a week, and as long as you're talking about Shakeology at least once a week and things like that, the rest of it can be fun. So you can go in and say, like, dog mom life. I do a lot of dog mom life posts. I also do talk about wedding kind of stuff and love and stuff like that because they're planning a wedding. So to me, that fits my target market. That makes sense for me to talk about that. Maybe if you're studying for a really big test and you're trying to be like a personal trainer. I know my success partner is studying for that. Or maybe you're going to an event, like I'm going to Marketing Impact Academy. Of course, I'm going to post about that. Maybe you are, something exciting happened. You're going to post about that. So this is kind of a concrete schedule, but it's also flexible. So let's say it's Wednesday and I have Story Share live video challenge group. If I were, would you be willing to post? And I get something really exciting in the mail. I'm not going to wait until the next day to post about it. I'm excited about it today. So I'm going to post about it today. And maybe this post I'm going to do tomorrow. So it's just something that it's good to have because now having this allows you to plan ahead. So I can look and say, okay, tomorrow is Thursday. Before I go to bed, I need to write these posts out. I need to get my Challenger shout out post created. I need to write my Shakeology post. And I need to write my Coach Jab. The Coach Jab I may write on the spot because I will be traveling and I feel like it might be a little more authentic if I do that. But the Challenger shout out and the Shakeology post I'm probably going to write tonight. And also any of the rank advancement posts, I'll be writing those tonight too because we have a few of those. But was that helpful? I mean, it's not completely filled out. There's other things, like obviously I'm not only posting an objection post on this day, I'll be posting other things too. But once you have the main stuff, then you can go in and say, all right, I'm going to share a recipe. I'm going to share a recipe today. on this day. And I'm also going to share a recipe. Maybe, let's see, we've got 2 things here. Maybe I'll share a recipe that day. Maybe I'll share one here because I didn't share one this week. So it really gives you an outline, and then you can go in and just fill in the rest. Was that helpful kind of seeing that? I can't see everybody, so let me stop sharing.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, it was helpful.
All right, sweet. So obviously I'm going to give you homework. I want you guys to make a posting schedule for yourself for March and post it in the comments in the team page. So I know that this call wasn't one of those, wow, that was a great call. I want to know when your challenge group is going to be. I want to know if you're running a free group, like when that's going to be. And then I'd love to see at least one post scheduled for every single day. You don't need to go crazy and have like 5 posts scheduled like this one here. But have at least 1 to 2 posts premeditated, planned out, so that you don't go into March thinking like, okay, what am I going to post about today? Okay, what should I post about tomorrow? Like, you're going to have it already figured out. So it shouldn't take you long. If you want to type it like I did, which is a lot easier, we have a blank copy of this, the one that you printed out. Obviously, you know that we have one. So if you go into the drive and you do add to drive, or you make a copy, first make a copy, then add it to your drive, and then you can edit that so that you can just type it if that's easier. But yeah, I want to see your calendar filled out with at least 2 posts scheduled for every single day. And I want to know when your challenge group is and when your free group will be if you're having one. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I mean, it's only going to help you if you do it. It's not going to hurt you. So, I mean, not doing it is just going to make March a little bit more like crazy stressful because you're not going to know what you should be talking about. But if you do it, you're going to be happy. Might suck while you're doing it, but afterwards it'll be worth it. Because I still got to finish mine too. So, all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone have any questions about anything? About posting and scheduling and...
What's a live coach blitz?
Oh, yes. So a live coach blitz is where we get on an event page and you'll see a couple, I think the week that we have it, you'll see a post in the team page that says our live coach blitz is this week. Sign up for which topic you want to cover. And basically we go live on an event page. You can invite all of your friends to it and everyone goes live. Or everyone who wants to participate talks about a different topic and they go live on their phone, which I know you know how to do now. And you're not afraid to do it because you did it today. So you can help out with the next one, perhaps, if you want. But basically, everyone has a different topic, and we go live and talk about it. So maybe one person talks about how you don't need a lot of time to be a coach. And then another person talks about the day in the life of a coach, and they talk about how they make it work. And then somebody shares a physical transformation story, and then maybe somebody talks about how we make money and things like that, questions that people have. So it gives them an opportunity to come to the event, watch the videos, learn the information, and it gives coaches on our team the opportunity to not have to explain everything on their own, but show like we have a team, we're a part of a team, everyone kind of helps each other out, and you get to hear from different perspectives. So we have the lunch and learn, and we have the blitz. They're both exactly the same thing, except one is during lunchtime and one is at night. That's the only difference. Right? So I'm going to see your name helping with the next one, right?
I have a question about the
Yeah.
story share.
Uh-huh.
How do you write them each week so that they don't sound redundant or sound like the same thing each time? Or is there really no way around that?
There's a great way around that. So what you want to do is breadcrumb your story. I'm sure that there's a lot of parts to your story. And if you were to share your whole story at once, nobody would read it because it would be like too long. And also people would be like, wow, oh my gosh, this girl has so many problems. Like, I don't share everything all at once. So what you want to do, and this is part of your new coach manual. So if you haven't seen this, it's on the website and you're going to go to welcome new coaches, and they'll say print and download your new coach manual. It's like the first thing you see. And there's a page in there that corresponds with one of the coach lessons in the new training, if you haven't seen it yet, where it asks you to write down parts of your story, like little story starters, little elements of your story. So for me, mine looks like, I'll actually pull it up. I have it on my phone. But some parts of my story include, like, hold on, let me mark that as unread so I don't miss it. Somebody messaged me and I opened it and I didn't mean to open it, so I don't want to lose it. Alrighty, so it's in my folder here because I'd rather read it to you. I think it's easier for you to kind of get an understanding just hearing exactly what mine says. Where is it? A lot of them here. Hold on. Oh, it's in a different folder. Hold on. Oh, here it is. My story starters, it's called. So my story starters are poor body image, poor relationships and staying in them way too long, laxatives, tequila and Franzia, being a homebody, staying in, teacher, bully victim, grad school dropout, outcast. Like that's just a couple. I didn't read the whole thing, but looking at those things, so like I can look at the word tequila and I could tell you a story that happened in college involving tequila that probably didn't end so well. I can look at bully victim, which is the one that I talked about today, and I shared a story about how I was verbally and mentally and all the other forms of harassment in college, and how I kind of made it a coaching post because I said, now I have this tribe of people who I know are there to support me and things like that. So I took that story and I turned it into a coaching jab at the same time. I also have a list of feelings. So I have alone, weird, left out, not good enough, uncool, loser, trapped in job, under pressure, unconfident, picker. I used to like pick at everything on my face and like, you know, everything, nitpick about everything. And then negative self-talk. I also have a list of other things too. So like funky leggings, pineapples, puppies, avocados, acai bowls. These are other things that I can talk about in between my coaching stuff. But having a list of like story starters or things that kind of trigger your memory about different things that happened. Like if I talk about poor body image, I can tell you so many different stories about my poor body image. It's not just like I have a poor body image or I used to have a poor body image and now I don't. That's my story. Like there's so many things that you can talk about involving one or more of those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, those are all really good. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem. Well, they weren't really good, but you know, I'm just kidding.
It makes it clearer for me to know like
Yeah.
what to do next.
Yeah. So just make a list of all those things that come to mind that you experienced in the past, and then use that list to, when you're sitting down writing your post, just look at it and say, okay, well, I can write a story about that, and I can write a story about that, and different things. Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Ooh, what was that? Oh, my wire. We're good?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, I am excited because today is our first Diamond Mine call. So if you are an Emerald coach, then you can stay on the line and you'll get to be a part of our very first ever Diamond Mine call. If you're not an Emerald coach, you will be very soon. This is an incentive for you to become an Emerald coach. What we're doing now is everyone who's an Emerald coach, we're going to have a call after our regular call, only 30 minutes long, where we will be talking to you guys about different topics of interest that you want to hear about. So maybe you want to hear how Lauren invites people. You're going to get to ask her, how does she invite people? And it really will give you that one-on-one time with the Diamond leaders on our team that maybe you don't have the opportunity to have all the time. So if you are an Emerald coach, welcome to the first Diamond Mine call. And if you are not, I'm going to have to ask you to leave, but I know you will be soon, so we will see your face very soon. All right? Bye. Let me stop this.